We've all been there, a moment's distraction, and your morning toast comes out looking more like a piece of charcoal than breakfast. Or perhaps it's the backyard barbecue, where a thick steak is engulfed in flames, leaving behind those bitter, blackened edges. We've been told for decades that these burnt bits are dangerous. But is it just a culinary mistake or a genuine hazard? Today, we dive into the science of acrylamide, HCAs, and PAHs to see if your toaster is secretly a carcinogen factory. Let's start with the most common culprit found in our pantries, a chemical compound known as acrylamide. Acrylamide isn't something added to food, it's a natural byproduct of a process called the Maillard reaction. This reaction occurs when sugars and amino acids like asparagine are heated together, creating that delicious browning we love. However, when starchy foods like potatoes or bread are cooked above 120 degrees Celsius, this reaction can go too far. The more the food browns and eventually blackens, the higher the concentration of acrylamide becomes. In laboratory studies, high doses of acrylamide have been shown to cause cancer in rodents, which raised the initial alarm. But here is the caveat. Human studies have been much less conclusive than the results seen in animal labs. The levels of acrylamide we consume in a normal diet are significantly lower than the extreme doses given to test animals. Now, let's move away from the toaster and look at the grill, because meat presents an entirely different set of chemicals. When muscle meats like beef, pork, or poultry are cooked at high temperatures, heterocyclic amines, or HCAs, are formed. This happens when the proteins and creatine in the meat react with the intense heat of a frying pan or grill. There are also polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, or PAHs. These form specifically when fat and juices drip onto the fire. The resulting smoke contains PAHs, which then coat the surface of the meat, adding to the chemical load. Major health organizations like Cancer Research UK suggest that while these chemicals are mutagenic, the risk is about frequency. So, does this mean you have to stop grilling or toasting forever? Not at all. It's all about mitigation and technique. Tip number 1. Aim for golden, not brown. This simple rule can drastically reduce acrylamide levels in your starches. Tip number 2. Change your cooking method. Boiling or steaming doesn't reach the high temperatures required to produce these chemicals. If you are frying potatoes, try soaking them in water for 30 minutes beforehand. This removes some of the starch that turns into acrylamide. When it comes to meat, marinating is your secret weapon. Marinating can reduce HCA formation by up to 90%. Vinegar, lemon juice, and herbs like rosemary act as barriers, preventing the heat from creating those harmful molecules. It's also helpful to flip meat frequently on the grill to prevent one side from reaching excessive temperatures. At the end of the day, the risk isn't about one single burnt slice of toast you ate last Tuesday. The real concern is long-term dietary patterns. Small changes in how you cook every day add up over a lifetime. So don't panic, but do start practicing gentler cooking. Your health and your taste buds will thank you. Remember the 3 keys. Color matters, method matters, and variety is your best defense against dietary risks. Stay informed, cook smart, and enjoy your food safely. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next investigation. If you found this video useful, please help us by hitting that subscribe button. It costs you nothing, but it gives us a vote and helps build this channel.